Hello class. I just wanted to share with you what I learned in this education class. I think I learned a lot about becoming a teacher, especially in technology. So I am a really old school, old book, Charlotte Mason style homeschool mom. And I do utilize technology. I use Quizlet and things sometimes to practice vocabulary. She does some online classes and things like that, but this class has shown me that there's so many other things I could be utilizing that I really haven't given a lot of thought to, just because of my style of education that I have just naturally developed. My pedagogy is very different, I feel than most traditional classroom teachers, and I think that's probably going to be my biggest challenge. So as far as going into a classroom setting, I have a lot of experience with co-op settings with 10, 12 kids, smaller classroom sizes. But I think that's going to be one of my biggest challenges, is dealing with just even some of the different demographics and things that are going to come into that, because a lot of the kids that I homeschool and the co-op settings are from really similar backgrounds, at least conservative Christian backgrounds typically. And a lot of the tutoring and things I've done, I have tutored children from diverse backgrounds, but that's more one-on-one, and it's not dealing with creating a classroom environment. So I think that's also going to be one of my challenges that I face. So that's pretty much what I'm looking at coming out of this class that I think is going to be more challenging for me. Something else that I did really learn from this class is just how to use the standards to create some content. I typically have come from instead of looking at the standards first, I have went to what do I want to teach? And I mean, that kind of comes from not having to deal with testing. As a homeschool mom in the state of Ohio, I do assessments. So it's a little bit different than regular testing, because I just have to pick, I have to teach social studies or history, but I don't have to worry about what's going to be on the state test. So that's a lot different than having to look at the standards. So that's probably going to be one of my challenges as well. I'm just not used to having to teach from that perspective. But I think I've learned a lot of that through the class, and how to take the state standards. I've actually been doing that for some of the classes I'm teaching this summer. I went through and picked out what state standards I want to hit, and kind of use those as a goal, and then created some of the content out of that. So I think it really has been helpful to me to understand and see how I can do that once I get into a classroom setting. So thank you all for this class, and thank you for your time listening to me today. Thanks.